Talk. I work in the Create Remote Development team on Workspaces, and this is a demo of running Workspaces in a single shared namespace in Kubernetes. As it stands, Workspaces requires cluster-wide permissions on the Kubernetes cluster. This is a no-go for many organizations due to the elevated nature of the permissions required to run the GitLab agent in the context of Workspaces. This is a hindrance for adoption, and one of the frequent asks from users have been to able to run the GitLab agent in the context of Workspaces in a single shared namespace in Kubernetes. And this is what I'll be showcasing right now. For the purpose of local development and testing, what I've done is I've created a namespace to isolate all of my changes. This is that namespace. I've created a service account in that particular namespace. I've binded that service account to this particular role, and a role defines a set of permissions. These set of permissions are the minimum required permissions that are required for the GitLab agent to work for Workspaces. If you'll note over here, you'll notice that there are no permissions related to the create, update, or deleting of the namespaces in Kubernetes, which has been one of the core requirements. So once I had all of this, I went ahead, and this is just set up for local things. I went ahead, created a token from the service account I created, set it up in my kubeconfig, and I am running my GitLab agent using this context. Users are not expected to do this. They will have other means to achieve this. This was only for local development. As far as users are concerned, they should only ensure that their service account that they're running their GitLab agent with should have at least these permissions. All right. With that done, I defined, right now I've hard-coded the namespace in the code to a particular value, but what this will look like is in the agent configuration, you will have some parameter called a shared namespace, which will be a value which will pick up, store in the database, and use it from there. The only caveat to this one is when you are in the shared namespace mode, the image pool secret also, all the values in the image pool secret have to be in the same namespace that is mentioned over here. So with that caveat, that's the only caveat. Let's go ahead and try creating a workspace. And the reason for this is because as it stands, we are starting a Kubernetes Informer. We can only start a Kubernetes Informer either on all namespaces or a single namespace. There are ways you could do it for multiple namespaces, but I would like to keep it out of, that would require a lot of changes, and I would like to keep it out of scope in the initial implementation. As it stands, this completely satisfies the user requirements of having everything in a single namespace. So from that perspective, it satisfies the success criteria. And here we are opening up a workspace. It is running. Let's open up the terminal and ensure everything is working as expected. Unless you name. All right, that works. And as the last thing, let's do one thing, which is to verify that these resources were a new namespace was not created for this particular workspace, right? So all right, a new namespace was not created. Let's see, verify if all the resources were created in this particular namespace, and yes, all the resources are isolated to the namespace that was hard-coded in the code, and yeah, that's about it. Thank you.